Give me a second, make sure I have everything set up. Change voice activity in Discord, all that, in case anybody here and wants to ask questions. Alright, so it's going to be a quick look tonight because we only saw phase 3 a couple times, but we'll take a look and break down what happened and see what we can fix. I do want to kind of sit down and do like an optimization for our mitigations and everything for phase 2 and like try and find ways that we can make phase 2 more consistent because we lose a lot of attempts on phase 2 unfortunately, so we need to be more consistent there and find ways to ensure that we actually see phase 3. So I'm not going to do that tonight though, just because a little bit late and we were derusting today, so we'll see how it goes the rest of the week if that is actually something that needs to happen. Since we just had holidays and we took a week off for the holiday celebrations. Yeah, this is just gonna be a couple. It's gonna be a quick breakdown. It's just gonna look at our phase 3 since I've already spent a lot of time analyzing like how to handle mechanics on phase 2 on the stream. Yeah. So it's just gonna be phase 3, and then I'll relink that. I'll probably download it to YouTube at some point too, and just like get it all in one playlist that you guys can like go back and reanalyze and look at that kind of stuff too. See, phase 3. Not the first phase 3, because the first phase 3 we didn't really see. Well, I'll look at it just in case. It was like an hour in when we saw our first phase 3. Let me just find it. Let me find it. It's like about an hour in that we actually saw it, because the first hour was us derusting. For the most part, we wipe a lot on phase 2. I want to do an optimization for like cooldowns and everything on phase 3 and or phase 2 breakdown anyway, just so that we can like ensure that we give ourselves the best chance to see phase 3 as much as we can. Give me a second, still looking. Swing, okay, this one looks like it goes phase 3. Yeah, every time we saw a broad swing, we went to phase 3. Okay. So, we will check out what happens and break down and see what we need to fix. Yep, so stay away from north as always. I think I like royally screw up on this one too. Alright, so numbers go out. Ones, see here. Me, Toaster, and Zeal. Twos were Eva and Kai. Threes were Rocket and Alun and Tanya. Goes out. Ones. So Zeal calls there. It is not Mustang. I should have gone to C. It's hard to tell. I thought he was a 3. And then Haas comes over as well. Haas comes over to soak his tower. So this is the point where I guess we'll address it. I don't know. It looked better later as we got further on in the night. So the 3s should have already come out and like trying to figure it out where they were and already gone back to the north for the party stack by this point because he's about halfway through his Lash and Nash cast. He could have come in and I guess he was coming in positioning and then he was going to move in, but that's alright. Then, I don't know, we started handling the 3s positioning a different way anyway. So this is me. I should have been at C. Should have realized what was going on, but it was the first time we saw phase 3 tonight. So yeah, we both drop. Then Haas didn't go in, so he also gets yeeted. So it's just a mess on the south. This one, yeah, this was our first time look at phase 3, and we were, like I said, derusting. So I'm not going to look into that too much because that's just a lot of stuff that we know better. And again, it looked better as we got on, or we got there later on in the night. Again, we need to be more consistent on phase 2 so we actually get these looks at phase 3 more often and we can actually work and progress it. Wiped up meteors a lot tonight. Let's see. This is where, I don't think after we came back from the break we ever saw phase 3 again. I'll take a look at the entire VOD on that one too just to make sure, but... Oh, here we go, phase 3. Maybe. Yeah, phase 3. Okay, let me see where it starts. This is broad swings. Swings. Final curse. Okay. Pointing at me. Stay away from the north. There's the assignments. 3s go out, 1s go out. Finishes die from grace. 3s are pre-positioning. I go and take the C1 on this one, I'm pretty sure. Or I take 3. 3s have arrows, so I actually should have taken south, because we're going to start doing it where this person should be the 3 down arrow, which was Haas. This person over here on the other side would have been the 3 up arrow, Tamiya, and this person should have been me. So I should have taken the south one, but I think I take this one on accident. So we'll break it down, and then this is going to look at the timing too. This is going to show us the timing. I'm standing in the party stack, so we're also missing the 1 tower person at 3, so this is going to probably yeet us whenever, because I'm assuming they're in the stack. So the 1 tower player should be standing right here. The ones can free reign whichever one. So Eva's here. That looks like Toaster. No, Toaster's a 2. Back there. The other one. Kai. Oh, Toaster is back there just standing on Kai, and then let's see who's in our party. So positioning should have been the 1s can go wherever on this one, so let's see what happens. Eva gets the C1, they're all circle players. They can stand wherever, so Eva should have stayed here, but I think she moves in with everybody else. This is Tamiya, and then this one ends up being Zeal, I think. See what happens, I'll slow it down. It is Lash and Nash, which is in and then out. So, where does Eva go? Eva flips herself and goes and stands over at C instead of 3 for some reason, but she could have just stayed at 3 because it's circles on all 1s. And then the 3s kind of get messed up. Toaster's standing out like he's gonna bait. 2s have circles so they can stand wherever as long as it's like right here, kind of. What else happens? Let's see who went south. See who goes south. Let's go out for Die from Grace. So it was arrow, so based on the things I should have realized what was going on and I should have taken the south soak. But I don't. Zeal's standing south, he can stay there. Have a C. Tamiya 3. Tamiya's a 3. Oh, then who's the one that's supposed to be over here? If it goes to C and stays at C, there's one missing. I think it's Kai. No, Kai is south, so the other one is Zeal. Can't see who Zeal is. I think Zeal and Kai are both south. One of them. Oh, okay. See what happens. Eva's fine. Eva should have stayed there like she did. Either Kai or Zeal, because I think that's Kai and Zeal up there. Should come down here. One of them should have. So they should have read debuff list and wouldn't realize that could be anyone, and then one of them just says, hey, I'm going, and then comes down to 3. So that's gonna double up on the towers, right? Gonna kill both of them, I'm pretty sure. Right, so let's look at the timing for this. So Lash and Nash, so it's the in and out. So let's slow it down even more. So the cast bar goes off and then nothing happens except for the towers. So towers drop. There's the party stack, Eye of the Tyrant. Hits everybody north. Kai and Zeal both get yeeted. then I kind of like jump it to. It is in and then out, so you see the party stack and the towers just went off. A little bit of a delay. He's still in the animation for that. Come in, I get 1 GCD in on him. Maybe 2. And then there's the out. You see it kind of comes up like a little bit outside of his hitbox right here, so as long as you're in the rings, you can live this. So, party stack, towers drop, like 1 to 2 GCDs, mostly 1, don't try and greed 2 probably if you want to be safe. Handle the in and out. Tower drops, they're both south, but I would be like perfectly positioned to soak the 3 tower in this scenario. Get another GCD. The Nidstinien drop, here's the end. You see, well, you can't really see it, it's kind of a shitty angle there. Then both of the towers explode because they both died. So a couple things on this one to note. If you need to look at your party list and figure out which debuff you have for your roll. So like 3s were up, down, and circle, so I soaked the wrong tower, I soaked the 3 tower. Well, I went to soak the 3 tower, but I would have been wrong. One's gonna put him anywhere. One should have looked at their thing and realized that there are 2 people in the same spot that was not a 1 and a 3. So if you see like somebody hanging around your spot and it's like late in the cast bar, you should probably like figure out who's gonna move where. Like one of you should look at the party list and figure out, hey, I'm wrong or you're wrong, or like try and figure out where you're gonna go. And then the timing for lash and in and out, because I think some people get got by the in and out too. So hopefully that makes a little more sense for people that are struggling with seeing like the sequence of events for the in and out. Like you get 1 GCD, maybe 2 after the party stacks and towers go off, and then nothing doing after that. You have to be positioned already or else it's gonna hit you. And the DPS check is apparently very tight in that phase, so you want to take no damage downs if we can help it. Alright, let's fast forward. We got some really good looking like progression on phase 3 and the later pulse nights. Let me find some of those. This is ultimate in, so this is another one. Let's see what happens. I don't remember what happened on this pull because they're kind of blended together, so let's just take a look at it and break it down step by step. Okay, we'll look at it. Stay away from the tank. Comes the debuffs, we'll see what happens. So I guess the way that Toaster wants to handle it now, we'll talk about it. We'll keep going. So he's going to do Die from Grace and assign us all the debuffs. Okay, I don't really need to be 2.25, I guess. I'll go for 0.5. Die from Grace, so ones should be kind of like going out and positioning, but realize that you can't pre-position, but whenever he assigns arrows, if it's arrows or if it's all circles, you might have to adjust. So I guess at this point, the way that Toaster wants to handle this, and this is up to you guys if you want to do it too, he wants the ones to be out, and then he wants the 3s to be like here, here, and like in a little bit here, while the 2s are getting here ready to soak the party stack. And I guess this is going to correspond to which tower you're soaking, so this person should be here. This person should be here. I don't know that other area. Oh, it's the one. And then that person should be at that tower, I think is what Toaster wants to do from now on. And then, yeah, adjust as necessary based off of what the... so yeah, while the ones are heading out, the 3 should, I guess, be coming up here to the north, around the party stack here, and then kind of space themselves out while you still have the limit cut markers above your heads and you can see who the 3s are. And then that'll tell us who's doing the tower. So let me just like do this again. So this person, the 2s would be here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. This would be a 3, and he would be taking this tower. This would be a 3, he would be taking the south tower, standing right here. This would be a 3, he would be taking this tower. This would be like how it's kind of like a strength of the ward whenever the tanks are dragging tethers, how you're like pre-positioning while the tanks are dragging the tethers, I guess, is what he wants to do, but instead of standing with your 1 out here, he just wants to stand up here near the party stack and denote it that way, which it works. It's another way of looking at it. It's up to you guys. I'll leave it up to you guys if that like makes more sense for you guys, or if you want to handle it another way. You guys should try and be up here as fast as you can if you're gonna do that though, just so that you can, because these disappear pretty quickly, so it's like, it helps to see like where the threes are and like what their intentions are for soaking, I guess. So if you're gonna do this, you need to be like quick and get up north after the tank cleaves go off, and so that we can still see who has the limit cut markers over their head. Right, so there's that. One should go out. So we do, I see that, and I go to C. Me and Haas adjust. Debuffs are assigned, it circles for one, so we can just regame it. Threes have up and down arrows. So while these people are like up here getting positioned, they should see this, and then they should swap. So this person should be the up arrow debuff. There should be the down arrow debuff person here, and there should be the circle debuff here. So that would alter this person taking this one taking this one taking the south one, depending on the way that they align initially. Just realize if you do this, well, if you do any pre-adjusting like we have been doing, either standing down here at the one or standing up here near the party stack, you're gonna have to adjust based off of which debuff he gives you for arrows. So you need to be paying attention to the big thing in this phase is watching party debuffs and understanding what's going on and what it's going to mean for your movement. Okay, so I stand out, dash and lash, so it's out then in. We'll break down the movement again. So here's tower drop, party stack. First things that happen like simultaneously. You get like one GCD. Here's out. And then everybody move in. I think this is a missed soak on south. So it's party stack, towers, one GCD, out then in, one GCD, and then handle the other in or the out. And then the tower soak kills us. So let's see what happens here, if I can. I think it's just a miss. I think the south tower is not soaked. Let me see. Party stack, towers, one GCD, and yeah, the south one does not get soaked. So in this scenario, let's see what happens. So you're looking at it, you have arrows, so Kai should be taking the 3 tower. Since she is west hogging, she would be taking the 3 and like facing her character out the wall whenever she drops her tower later. Toaster is up, so he would be taking my tower and facing west whenever he drops his tower later. And then who's the other 3 tower? Alun should be south, taking Haas's tower. See what actually happens. Out. Toaster does take mine. I see Zeal going there. Where's Kai? Kai is north. She should be taking the west tower. She's still right there. Then does Alun make it south? There's Alun in here. I can't see him in all this. Let me back it up. See what Alun actually does. Party stack, 1 GCD, out, in, Alun go. Alun goes. He does not make it south. Okay. This is another thing that we were talking about. You can, if you're good at the timing, you know when the out and in are going to cut the snapshot, you can just go straight in if you're booking it. But if you want like the simple no-brainer way, if it's out first and then in, you can just walk along after the party stack back here because by the time the party stack goes off, these tanks are already, or these towers have already been dropped. So this is safe the entire way while he's doing out and in. So you can do that, or if it's in and then out, you could just move inside his hitbox and cut it even closer. Even shorter distance to travel. While you're dealing with the in and out if you want to. Or again, if you're really good, you can just book it straight south if you want, pot sprint. But you're gonna have to really understand where the snapshots for everything are if you're gonna do that. Then, okay, so 2 players missed their towers on this one, and that's why we wipe. Right, let me go back to normal speed, find the next one. I'll break. Just broad swings, okay. So let's slow it down to see what happens. 0.5, and then if we need to, we'll come back and go 0.25 just to make sure it's slow. That we can see everything that's going on. Okay, so here come tower assignments. 1s, 2s, and 3s go out. From Gray's cast bar, so at this point, if we're doing like toasters, saying, be like up here, the south tower person should be like right here, and this 3 should be right here, if we're gonna do it this way. And then the 1s are pre-positioning, but realizing that they have to adjust if necessary. 2s, me and Zeal. I think I call it that I'm taking B. So assignments go out. 1s have arrows, so they're going to need to adjust. 3s have arrows, so they're going to need to adjust whichever one they pre-position for, and 2s can do whatever they want. So in this scenario, Haas should be over on 3, facing the wall. Tamiya should be here, facing whichever way they want, south. And Eva should be over here on C, facing west. And then 3s, Alan should adjust and realize he's going to be soaking the 3 because he is the down 3. The up 3 is Kai, so Kai would be going east, facing west later. And then Captain Toaster can go and soak the south. Reposition if you want and all that, and if it's circles, then yeah, everything will work out fine. But if it's requires an adjust, just realize you're gonna have to adjust your positioning, and you have to pay attention to your debuffs. So let's see what happens. Slow it down because I'm like whipping my camera back and forth like Willow Smith. Okay, walk out a little bit to indicate that I'm dropping my 2 out at Bravo direction. It is out and then in. Let's see what happens. Toast. Alan. Eva's in position. There is nobody yet. Oh, there goes Haas. Haas to drop his tower on the west, which is good. He's facing in, I think. He whips himself in with Holy Spirit. Does he get around in time? Yeah, he gets around in time, I think. So the towers drop. 1 GCD, party stack. 1 GCD. Out. I goes in. I gets yeeted, so the south one doesn't get soaked. I shouldn't have been soaking the south one anyway. I should have been soaking the east one at C, so there should have been no reason that Kai should have been in here. You can just cut over here on the out. You don't need to traverse the bosses or traverse through the boss's hitboxes like that. It's an easy walk from north to C. And Toaster ends up soaking that one. Alan ends up soaking Kai's. And then Kai got yeeted, so nobody soaks the south one. And everything explodes. We all die. And then I learned this later on, but I don't need to be this far out to drop my tower. I think I get hit by Gear Skull too. Yeah, I start coming in. I need to be a little bit closer. Gear Skull ends up hitting me. There they are. We'll discuss that later, because we also had issues with ad facing tonight too. And then I die. That one was just not respecting the in and out, or not understanding the timing for it, and then people not paying attention to the party list and seeing which ones they should be soaking, because people are soaking ones that they shouldn't be if we're adhering to West Hawk. Okay, keep on going. We have a couple more. We have like 2 or 3 more. They looked better as we went on in the night. See. Find them. Yeah, and I'll do a breakdown of like optimizing phase 2 as much as we can for cooldowns and things like that later. Take a break. Is it in here? It ends here. Door boss. Check. Still door boss. This is still door boss. Find the next phase 3. We saw it a couple times after the break. Says Sanctity. Do we go all the way on this attempt? Nope, doesn't look like it. Where are the other phase 3 attempts we saw tonight? Because they actually look pretty good, and they're probably like our best ones that we can learn from. As long as people are adhering to the party list, like I said earlier. Where's the next one? Alright, this looks like it. Okay, so broad strokes, we make it through. We fast forward to final chorus. Set it to 0.5 and we'll see what happens. Autos, Die from Grace comes. So ones can start pre-positioning. If we're going to do toaster strategy, the 3s would come up here. And then realize that they might have to adjust though, but you would come up here and stand right here while the 2s stand here. I'm getting toaster strategy right. 2s, and then here come debuffs. Let's see what's gonna need to happen. So, 1s, I have the down arrow, so I'm going to be going to 3. I think I faced this one the wrong way. I think I'm facing in, getting uptime instead of facing out like I should be, so I should be going to 3 and facing the wall. Where's the other? Zeal should be going to C and facing the wall west. Who's the other one? Eva. Eva should be going down south, facing whatever direction she wants. The 3s can soak whichever one they want to because they have this, and the 2s can place their towers however they want to because they have that. Yeah, I think I fucked this one up. Lash and Nash, so it's in and then out. Yeah, I'm facing in, just getting uptime like an idiot. I forget to face myself out. It is in and then out. See what happens. Pretty sure my tower just goes absolutely into the, like, stupid far out. Yeah. In, so party stack, tower, 1 GCD, in or out, handle whichever one. If you're the south soak person, you should probably be this one. You get to cut it in because it's just in and out, but if it's out and then in, this person should be going around the circumference of the circle to reach the south tower from north to south. In. Yeah, my tower is super scuffed. I don't even know where it goes. I think it's like outside of the wall or something. And 1 GCD move out. Yeah, it was out here. So that's on me. Just remember, whenever you're placing it, you're always facing west. So 3-player, if you're this player, you're gonna get downtime. There's no way around it. You have to do it to make the strategy work, and you make sure that you drop your tower here, because you see what happens if I face in and I try and keep up time. It drops it way out here where the other person can't soak. Yeah, then I wipe us. So that one's on me. I faced the wrong way. Otherwise, it looked pretty good. Let me go back and break down what happens. For soakers. See what else happens here. Towers. towers, so these players can soak whichever one they want. So Haas is soaking, looks like he intends to soak this one. Looks like Alun is trying to come over here to soak that one, and who's the other three? Who's the other three? Kai. Kai's heading this way to soak that one, so they're doing their job properly. It's my bad on this one. And nobody takes a DD from the in and out, so good, we were learning. I'm not sure what happens there. Alan just explodes from something, and I'm not sure what kills him. I can't see it. Then some people get yeeted, it looks like, and then the tower explodes. So yeah, that one's on me. That one's my bad. I'll do better tomorrow. Here's another phase 3. Okay, this one I think looked pretty good, and we actually saw some good stuff out of it. Take a look at it. 5. Tank pokes. So the 3s go out, the 1s go out. I think I start coming like over here on this one. Alan's still doing the other strat. Again, we need to sit down and talk about which one of these like works better for people if we're gonna do this. And yeah. I think this one somehow works though. Do I take south? Debuffs go out. So the 1s have arrows. Arrow, arrow, this one. So this is Eva. Eva should be south. Eva should be south. Haas should be C facing west. And then Toaster should be 3 facing west. So Toaster should be getting downtime here. Then the 2s also have arrows, so they're gonna also have to west hog. So Zeal should be over here, facing out to the west. And then who's the other 2? Kai should be like right here, over here somewhere, like not too far away, facing to the west. Nash and Lash out and then in. So they do, in fact, look like they adjust properly. Tower and party stack. Toaster flips around. Does it better than I did it tonight. Out. Then in. Looks good. And then this is what what I was talking about. Let's go ahead and break it down. Baiting gear swivel. So tower animation. We'll slow it down. Here's the N. A lot of shit to look down. So here comes the dive. Everybody gets hit. The N goes off. Nobody takes the damage down because we learned how to do this. And then you come down, and then you see him start to rise in the air a little bit. He starts to like stand himself up after his dive. Now at this point he is locked in, so while the animation of him like falling from the heavens and like hitting you with the tower is going off, you need to like handle the in and then start like walking out towards the wall so that he faces out the right way. So like now, it's right here. Sorry, I spoke too soon. It's as soon as you see him, like you see him start to light up a little bit and hold his spear in front of him in the stance, that's when he's locked in. Look at it just again one more time so you can see it. The in. Everything explodes. I stand out. And then slow it down. You see he is raising himself up. Holds the spear out and starts to glow. There it is. So that is, by this point, whenever he starts to glow, I need to already be facing him out this way. He is locked in now. He will not face any other way, and I'm free to walk away from him, which I do. So that is the timing for baiting. You have until he starts glowing to bait it out. Here goes. See what happens on the rest of this attempt. So gear squiggles get baited out properly on the first tower soak, so that's good. And then looks like there's confusion because this one doesn't go off or doesn't have a tower. It should be the one players. So Toaster was a one, I believe. Let me see what happens if I can see it. We'll see the tower soak again. Twos have to bait West Hog style. Let's see what happens. Kai comes out. That is Zeal. And then the ones would be me. I should be soaking this one. The ones should go soak this. The twos come down to soak this next one. The threes are already soaking. So I should come out. I don't try and soak that one either though. I think I mess up. So let's see where Kai is facing. Kai has the up one, so they need to be pointing west towards 3. Sorry, I'm getting like brain rot. Let me see. Been a long night on this one. And I missed my soak. I should have soaked that. If I come out. Oh no, wait, no, I'm a 3. I'm not the one. That's the one player. I'm wrong. Whoever this one player was right here should be up getting ready to soak. Let's see, Kai's facing like out towards Bravo, it looks like. I'm a 3, I'm not a 1. Yeah, brain rot. So Kai comes out. Let's see where they base. Their tower. It looks like Zeal drops it properly to where his tower appears over here, but Kai's tower does not appear here, so let's see why. Kai should be facing, remember, Kai's character should be facing the west wall. Let's see what happens. Kai is like... they're facing it now, but I think they're kind of whipped around the other way before that happens. Slow it down. Too far back. Use super slow-mo if I have to. Kai's heading out. Looks like they are facing out towards Bravo. Yeah, they're facing out. It looks like they're facing out this way, and then by the time the animation's going over there, they're looking this way, so that's why it got placed wrong. I don't know where their actual tower goes. I don't think I see it on the replay. Kai drops theirs. Haas and Toaster move out to soak, but Toaster's tower has disappeared. Doesn't exist. I guess I'll see the gear Skogel wherever that happens. Yeah, here's this. So these should be soaked by this one player, So it's Toaster and Haas. And then same thing, you wait for your guy to jump down on you, and then you face him all the way north. Point him in. Wait till he's locked in, and then you can move in. Nash and Lash, out and then in. Alan dies to something. Does Alan die to? Yeah, Alan dies too. I think he takes a Gear Skogel, maybe? Yeah, he stands in front of it for the Gear Skogel. He takes Gear Skogel. Okay. Yeah, remember, as soon as you see him glow, you gotta move. And then this tower, we'll see where the Gear Skogel from Kai's tower goes. Toaster's tower is missing. Yeah. Explosion looks like it's somewhere behind in the wall. I don't know, see where the gear scope, you don't see it. So, that's the big thing we gotta work on, is like GCD greeting, and no, that's not really greeting, that's just frogging, but you gotta be facing the right way by the time the mechanic resolves and your tower drops. So that's I guess that's the big thing we're gonna take away from this tonight. We see it another time, I think. Let's go find that, and then I think we see it one more time, and then we're done. If I can find that. Broad swing, so here it is. I think this is our last phase three look of the night. 6.5, let's see what happens. Slow it down. Pink pokes. Threes. So we're gonna start doing the toaster positioning thing, I guess. The threes come out. I think I take south on this one. Debuffs. So looks like ones have debuffs, so Kai should be standing at C facing west. Zeal should be standing at 3 facing west. And then who's the other one? Alan. Alan should be south, facing whichever way they want. And then everybody else gets free. No, the twos have towers, or have West Hog towers, so Tosh should be over here facing west whenever he drops his 2 tower, and Tamiya should be here facing west whenever they drop their 2 tower. And then the threes can soak whichever one they want, which I think we do. Dash and lash, so out and then in. So it looks like we do it properly. I see Zeal standing properly. Faces out. Eyes facing that way. Looks good. Out and then in. Eva gets smacked. Yep, takes some damage down. See, if you can make it if you just run through, but you have to know exactly when the snapshot is. Like you see that I make it here if I run straight through, but you better be confident that you can make the run. Make it, and that's in. Barely have the room to soak that. Need to be up a little bit more on the boss's hitbox when you drop these, and then I think I mess up the gear scobble 8 here. Come out. No. Maybe? Nope. I lock it in. So it locks in. So again, he's glowing. He's looking at me now. He is locked in. He will not move no matter what I do. I think there's confusion with the 2 towers. It looks like they both dive each other. I think they're both. Yeah, and then let's see what happens with this bait here on that tower. That one's facing in. You should be able to walk into the middle of the hitbox. Again, this was... I still make it, but you could give them a little bit more room. You see these two? Like, this is good positioning. Still make it though, and I still have just enough room for the end. Alright, so I bait mine. Let me see if I can see what happens. So they are locked in now, and then I think this is Zeal. Actually, I don't know who this is, but whoever soaked that is like already moving north, so this gear scoggle is going to go north to the party, which they should, and cut through the center. And this one, I think, was also scuffed. Let's see again. No, it was Eva. Like, you should be able to walk through. This one, no, this one's good. That's just this one. Just remember, whenever he lights up, that's when he's locked in. Then yeah, the 2 towers are like dropped right on top of each other because I think there is confusion. Then Flash and Nash, and then you see them, they lock in. The gear skulls are gonna go cut through us here, and then we just die. So weird stuff. Okay, I think that is the last look at phase 3 that we had tonight. Then let me look at the other one just to make sure. I'm pretty sure after the break that we did not see phase 3 again. Or not after the break, after we jumped on the sim. That we never saw phase 3 again for the rest of the night. Going, don't see it. I'm pretty sure we just memed to phase 2 the rest of the night. That was almost it. I think we had a couple almost. Does not look like we saw it. Yeah, we didn't see it the rest of the night. Alright, so that's gonna be that. So again, big takeaways. We need to work out how we're pre-positioning for the threes, it looks like. We need to figure out which one works for most people in the group and stick with that. Whether it's the way where you stand next to the ones for a second, or the way that Toaster wants to do it, where you're standing next to the party stat for a second. Just realize if you get arrows, all that goes out the window and you have to soak the one that your arrow dictates that you soak. If we're going to do it that way, like, build good habits for doing West Hog. The timing, so like I showed, it is party stack towers, 1 GCD, in or out, whichever one he queues up first. Another GCD and a half or so while people soak. Soak goes off at the same time as the opposite one. So you don't have a lot of time to move, but it should help, hopefully, now that I've broken it down on stream and slowed the miss footage down for you to see like the sequence of events there. And then facing west. Always face west if you have an arrow and you need to do West Hog. Always face the right direction. Like I said, I did it on that one. The last one, the twos got confused where they were standing. Always do West Hog if there's arrows. Always check the party list. That's I guess the big thing. If your party list isn't somewhere visible in the middle of the screen or something where you can look at that and check your debuffs, then you should be putting that so you can check the party list and see if there's arrows or if it's all circles. If you have to do West Hog, if it's free reign, whatever you. So that's another big thing, I guess. Facing west and then checking the party list. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna sit down at some point and break down phase 2 in terms of like an optimization and cooldown usage standpoint. Like see if there's ways that we can like be setting ourselves up to be getting through it more consistently. And then yeah, we'll see. I'm expecting hopefully to be a lot smoother tomorrow since we de-rested today was most of it. So yeah, as always, if you guys like need me to go back and look at this in a different way, if this doesn't help you, like by all means feel free to give me the feedback and like all that stuff and let me know if this is good, if it's not good, if you want me to try and like go back into it and do it a different way and explain it somehow different. Like, just let me know. I'll try and I don't mind sitting down and doing it for you guys if it helps you to understand the fight better. Okay, that's gonna do it for me for this one. I will cut and clip this and post it for you guys to look at. And then yeah, let's keep progging.